So first and foremost, I just want to say thank y'all for coming and being a part of AI Magazine's Mothers Are Important edition. And first things first, we just want to start off with your names.
Well, everyone knows me pretty much as Pooh, but my real name is Amelia.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Brandon. I'm Jossie. I'm Sakai.
I'm Leah.
Well, hello everybody. And so, Mom, you go by Pooh. That's what you want me to call you for this
Please
interview?
do. Call me Pooh, yes.
Okay, Pooh. So tell me more about what you do.
I currently work at Advantage, which is a behavioral health and substance abuse facility. And pretty much what I do is on the crisis unit, work with individuals who come in a crisis or who are needing detox from substance abuse. We get them through a quick 5 to 7 day process, detoxing, get them on their mental health meds, and then we kind of get them to their next programming or where they need to be next. So that is what I do currently.
That is a lot. That's honestly a lot, dealing with mental health and then having such a big family. What would you say your work-life balance is? How do you balance dealing with mental health all the time and dealing with your own mental health?
Definitely. When I leave work, I leave it at the door. Like really, I leave it at the door. Of course, I go home, talk to my husband about, situations that happened during the day. But I know that I have to come home and, turn off that switch and turn on the switch of being a mom. So when I come home, I, get into mom mode and basically take it from there. Mental health wise, me and my husband, we do go out, the two of us with friends, kind of check out of reality, so to speak, and have a different conversation other than work. So we do that a lot. On the weekends, we definitely try to get together as family and do family events. So that has helped me with my mentalness. And then self-care. I'm someone who likes to do her nails, who, wash her hair, retwist her dreads. So I do like doing things like that for myself. And that actually helps me with my mental as well. And cleaning the house. Believe it or not, cleaning the house helps me with my mental. So the kids know when I'm around the house, cleaning and sweeping, oh, she must be doing her thing. And so that helps me as well.
So you speak a lot to self-care, and it sounds like a bit of natural therapy. How do you feel about actual therapy, or I guess the Western view of therapy?
Yeah, I actually think it's important. I think it's something that, now is a stigma in our society, in our culture, and looked at as negative, but I really believe that therapy is important. I think it helps a lot of people, especially in the field that I am in. Therapy is self-care. Going to see a therapist, talking to someone outside of your social or, who's a neutral party is self-care. And I actually tell the clients that too. You getting the help that you need to in here, that's self-care. So I do believe therapy is important.
Thank you for that. So you mentioned your husband, so you got to let the streets know, like, who is your husband? Tell us more about that relationship.
My husband is Montu Miller. Y'all know him as the ambassador of hip-hop, they say. That is who my husband is, doing great things in the community, Cedar Shows teacher. It's endless, that is who our man of the house is.
So with having such a strong figure in the community as your partner, how would you describe that, like, support system as far as like your motherhood? Like how does he support you in parenting?
We're a team. We tag team off of each other. When he has events going on in the community, you're gonna see me and most of our kids there on a regular basis. We support each other in that sense. And when it comes to the house, we are very traditional when it comes to like the roles in the house. So he lets me be the mother. I let him be the man, the father in the house. And so we all respect each other in that sense, and play those roles in our home. And he's very supportive of that, and I'm supportive of him.
So I'm definitely a follower of both of your pages, and I'm seeing a lot about Drippy World. So I think from what I've seen, that's a family business. Can you tell me more about Drippy World?
Yeah, so Drippy World is an entrepreneurship that our two young men here, Jossie or Ja and Brandon, developed. I would say the concept of it started during COVID actually. They were in their room, we were quarantined in the house, school was virtual, and they came up with a design. And then from there, they presented it actually to Montu, who said, let's do something with this. And we came out with the first shirt being red last year, with the word, with the world being an O versus an X, what you see now on the black shirts. So that is kind of what's going on. Again, these two young men have developed this brand, or developing their brand, and we are, as a family, are just behind them to push them and keep them motivated.
So, Brandon and Ja, can you tell me more about Drippy World from your point of view? Like, how did you come up with it?
So as my mom said, during quarantine, we're just in quarantine, like not doing as much as we used to do when we was not in quarantine. And me and my brother Jossie, we just came up with the design. We told our dad, and he said, let's do something with it. Drippy World means, it's like, drippy means cool. So in our perspective, we just put it together, and we live in the world. So Drippy World, we put that together. It's Drippy World. And now we are putting on shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts, and we're selling it to the community. We plan to do bigger things, and like making pants and trucker hats and things like that, and socks, things like that.
Nice. Ja, do you feel like having a business brought you and your family closer together?
Yeah, because like when we made Drippy World, of course everybody in the family was supportive, and it just like sometimes like when it just seeing them wear it outside of the house, it just feels good, and I feel like it makes everything like more together with us, and just the fact that we have our own thing and they're just really supportive. I feel like that makes everything closer.
So, sisters, how do you feel about supporting your brothers in this entrepreneur business?
I wear my shirt. I wear a hoodie to school. I be wearing it almost like every day. So I like to support them, and I go around and students ask me who is it, and I sold like 2 t-shirts at school before. I sent them the link, and teachers at school, they some of them know my stepdad, some of them don't, but they ask questions about it, and I kind of tell them a backstory, kind of what they said. So I try to support them wearing their brand and things like that.
Nice. So you're like a salesperson for them. You're part of the business.
Kind of. I sold a couple shirts for them before, so.
Nice. What about you?
Every time we go out or they have something, I normally like post about it, and a lot of people slide up asking about it, and I just tell them like where we are. And at school, a lot of people, like the teachers, they ask me about it, and they basically just like ask me questions, and I try to answer them the best that I can. But I also just like try to support them and tell people about it, like get the word out there.
Nice. We love a family business. What about you, Liam? How you feel about your brothers being businessmen?
Good.
Do you have a shirt? Do you wear your shirts?
Yeah, I only have one, the red one.
Nice. Y'all need to get Liam on the modeling. He got the model face for it.
Yeah, you do.
So tell me more about, well, you spoke to it a little bit, but tell me more about your parenting style. Like, 'cause I hear a lot, like, people talk about, like, gentle parenting and different styles. So what would you consider your parenting style?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm laid back. You would ask Monto, I'm probably too laid back, because he is definitely the in the house. Being a teacher, especially when it comes to academics, these kids would tell you he is the principal in the house. So our parenting style is really traditional, I would say. I'm a mom, so when it comes to cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, that's my role. Although these kids honestly do their own laundry and things like that, but we try to set an example for our kids of traditional roles. The man plays his role, the woman plays her role. Not saying that those cannot interchange, but that is typically how we run our house. When decisions are needing to be made, tough decisions, we definitely get dad involved and, partner on what should or should not happen. When discipline is happening, I could say that Montu is typically the disciplinary figure in our home. When it comes to girlfriend and little boyfriend stuff, they come and have conversations with me about things like that. So the gentle kind of stuff comes my way, the hard kind of stuff goes his way, and I'm good with that.
So how did you come to this style of parenting? Was it something that you already saw coming up, or did you kind of have to figure it out on your own?
Well, me and Montu, we reconnected about 8 years ago. So we brought our kids together 8 years ago. Prior to that, it was me, my ex-husband, and our kids, and I had gotten a divorce. So we really had to come together and figure out our parenting, honestly, when we first reconnected and brought our kids and became a blended family. It wasn't easy. It still isn't easy because we are a blended family. But it's gotten a lot better. So we had to kind of work through the years and develop our parenting skills and our parenting styles together, honestly. And so with that, fast forward 8 years now, it kind of is what it is in our house, and our kids understand the roles that we play and the decisions that are made.
What would you say your ecosystem looks like? What is your village like with your family?
Our village is, incorporated of our mother, which is my mother-in-law, their grandmother, our sisters. We don't have a big village here as far as family. Of course, the community is our family, but my family is in Ohio. His family is mostly in Illinois. So we do a lot of traveling to see our family in our village, and that's what consists our village. Again, the community has been here for us and helping us raise these young children. Teachers, Montu being a teacher, that connection with school has definitely been there from the principals and all the teachers, and that is definitely in our household. So our village consists of this community and, our long distance family, so to speak.
Do you feel like you were prepared for parenthood?
No, I don't. If anyone says they're ready for parenthood, I would have to question that, because there's no manual that comes with being a parent. You think you're doing something right and you may be doing something wrong. So no, I can't say I was prepared for parenthood. I'm still preparing for parenthood. Every day these kids are teaching me something new, something different. I stay young through them. So I don't think anyone's ever fully prepared for parenthood. It's an ongoing learning experience until, I don't know, and even when they leave the house, I think being a parent is going to be an experience. It's just a different chapter of when they were in the house. So to answer your question, no, I was not prepared for parenthood.
How did you name your children?
Okay, well, Jossie, Sakaya, and Liam, they were named by their mothers. And then Brandon and Brianna, when they were born, their father is Brandon, so Brandon is a junior. And so we knew we wanted B names. And then with Brianna, her name is actually spelled Brayaana. I knew I wanted a Y in her name because my name is spelled with a Y. Emilia is Ymmilia. So we kind of collaborate. Brianna came first, and then naturally having a boy second, he became Brandon Jr. So that's kind of how their names were developed.
Nice. And finally, what advice would you give to new mothers?
Ooh, that's a good question. To new mothers, let me think about that question. I think the biggest advice I would say is to get support. There's going to be some rough days. You got to get support and get everybody you can to support you. Don't expect to know it all. Being a new mom, you kind of just embrace it and you do what you feel is right for your child. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong way of being a parent. But actually listening to others who are experienced is key as well. There are people like me who've been there, done that, and so taking on that advice I think is really key, and taking it day by day, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
So what would you tell younger self, before you had a child, but you knew you were about to, what would you tell younger you?
The younger me, what I tell the younger me, I would say there's no manual, and don't expect to know it all, because going into it, I thought, oh, I got this, I know what I'm gonna be doing, I know how to do it, but the younger me would have told myself, there are gonna be days that you just don't know. There's gonna be days that you don't know, and to ensure that you collaborate with someone and figure it out and get support.